Hi, welcome back. We're ready to start lighting. So we have our string of lights. Now there are both incandescent lights and there are LED lights available now. There are also fancy ones that change from colored to white. There are also in the LED family, there's the pure white, which is very blue looking and very bright. And there's the warm white, which is closer to the color of an incandescent light, but still brighter. Um, the white ones that are really bluish white are really better for outside than inside. They're really too bright and too striking on your eyes. Plus, NASA uses them outside as markers for the space station if you use enough of them. So we've chosen the incandescent, no, rather the LED warm lights. And we've chosen the kind that are the little buttons on the end instead of the pointed ones. I felt that this takes up less room and is a little less obtrusive on the tree. So that's what we decided to use. You have to look around for a good price. Some of them are very expensive. It's up to you what you're willing to spend and how you're willing to do it. But as we said again, we figure about 150 lights, 100 lights per foot. This tree is about 7 feet tall without the top on it. We're figuring about six to 700 lights, plus a string, a 50 light string that will go up the middle. And always light that pole because that gives you light from within that radiates out, and you'll see why that's very important. Now each branch is constructed that it has a very strong center. It has points on the left, points on the right, and points on the end. Now what we've done so far is in the very middle we've allowed 2 or 3 lights for the to reach the extension cord, and we've taken a little piece of pipe cleaner and we've twisted the first light that we're using to the back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up and down the branch on the right side, and we're going to weave it up and down. You may, as you're going, you have to figure that some of the straightening that you did is going to get a little flattened and you'll have to redo it. But go up and down, up and down, up and down. What this does is it takes away that messy wire look that you get when you just put them on in a circle, and it even puts the lights on evenly. As you can see, my gloves are already getting pretty worn out, but this is the way. It's a little scratchy. You can't help that. So I'm weaving up and down on this side, in and out of the points, and I'm going to get to the top of the branch, and I'm going to go around in a circle, which is going to hold that one in place, and then I'm going to go down. I'm going to twist the tree a little bit, and I'm going to go down the other side the same way. And this is going to evenly light your tree. And it looks, this is the way it's done when you see trees in department stores or places like that. I've done, when I worked in Hicks, I did many trees in the city for various stores and also gigantic lobbies in apartment buildings. No, I never did the Trump Tower. The biggest ones I ever did were I did 4 trees that each one of them was entirely decorated with 1,500 red bows. That was when white lights, that was it. And that was, I found another little piece of wire that we're going to pull off. I'll have to get a scissor and pull that off. It'll be easy to see when I find old lights on the tree because they're a different shape now. So as you can see, in about 10 or 12 lights or a little more, I've evenly lit this branch in and out on both sides. So then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to move over to the next branch, and I'm going to put a little twist tie on there so that this keeps it together. You only have to just, takes only a little piece, and I'm going to twist tie this branch. And then I'm going to again go up and down my sides, up and down, in and out, over the top of one piece of the branch, under the next, over the next, over the next. You get here to the side where there's a little wider piece of the branch. I'm going to go up and down that and back down and move up to the next. And continue to go through and through and through. And if you've ever just taken and thrown lights on a tree, this was a totally new experience for you. But this is the way that it's done. And if you go to a store that has professionally lit trees, you will see that this is the way it's done. I've also done a lot of houses on Long Island's what we call the Gold Coast, which is up in the area where the Great Gatsby took place. And a lot of people up there are willing to pay you to come up or pay the store to send people up to light their trees so that they're lit beautifully. Now, I'm told that these lights, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm told that these lights occasionally twinkle and blink a little bit as you're putting them on, but I'm told that's not a problem, that that's just the way they are. Keep stretching as you're going, and you get to the next branch, and you're going to go back as far as you can and add a little twist tie. Oh, that one didn't go. Add a little twist tie. You could use, you don't have to use pipe cleaners. You could use, a lot of people have in their kitchen drawers, they have tons of little twist ties that they have left over from sandwich bags and stuff. You can use that too. And you're going to start working your next branch. Now, the key, whoops, we had a camera failure. The key to making this tree be pre-lit and be able to put it away lit is that we all know there's a top and a bottom to the tree. And the key is that when you get to the top of the, bottom, you have to stop the string and start a new one so that when you put it away, you'll be able to separate it into two pieces. The same thing with the center. You'll have to get two small strings. You could get two 25 strings or two 50 strings, but it has to be separate if you want to be able to take it apart, because you don't put this tree away. You can't put this tree away all in one piece. I guess you could, but it would be extremely difficult and heavy. Now, as for how we put it away, we put our tree away with that plastic wrap that they use like in the furniture stores to wrap couches and stuff like that. We find that we tried it for the first time this year, Before that, we used to use tarps and duct tape. We found that we were much better off with the plastic wrap. We didn't have any little visitors. Last year it seemed that a little visitor had just started to build a little house in the tree. Didn't seem like we didn't have any guests when we brought it in, but as you can see, we're just going around and around, up and down the branches. Let's do one more and then I'll show you how it looks. And these lights are brighter than incandescent, ouch, which is going to give you what you call in the interior design business bang for the buck. It's going to give you more light, it's going to give you better coverage, and you'll see that when it's together. And you're just going around and around, pulling apart as you go. And I can already tell you from past years that already this tree is brighter and that it was a very good idea. I examined the lights that I took off, and I did find that I didn't find any evidence of any chewing, but I did find that the cords were getting dried out, and this was a good idea this was the time to do it. If your tree is 10 or more years old, your tree can probably, you can get another couple of years out of the tree, but you can't get another few years out of the lights. It is better to replace. Even artificial trees will burn, and the wire is not safe. So I'll get another couple of years out of this tree, unless I decide to buy a new one after Christmas on a sale, because New York girls never buy anything retail. But I will get extra time out of this tree by relighting it. And let's finish this branch, and then we'll roll it back and I'll show you. And as you put ornaments on, the little tiny places where you do have you can even, when you get to the back, you can even kind of bend a branch backwards or up to show. Now I'll wind it back, and you can see how evenly lit this is. No wires showing, or very little wires showing, just enough that when we decorate it and we puff it all back out again, it actually comes out very nice. It takes a while. You do it row by row, and when you get to the middle, you stop, and I'll see you soon. I promise I won't. Well, I promise I'll have another joke for you. Although my mother hates it when I tell dirty jokes. But goodbye, everybody, and happy holidays, and peace to you. Bye-bye.